You've heard of the Glock 17 and the Glock 19, but what about the Glock 18? The 18 is a full-sized automatic pistol with a 9mm chambering, and it's only capable of firing 1,200 rounds a minute. Now, originally, the Glock 18 is introduced as a select fire 9mm for military and police use in 1986. And was originally designed at the request of an Austrian counter-terrorist unit. And just to let you know, the Glock 18 is unfortunately off-limit for the civilian market. But don't worry, because the airgun community can obtain the Barra 009 Glock 18 replica, fully automatic. Just go down to the Barra Air site and get you one. I highly suggest Barra Airguns. Barra Airguns introduces the 009 blowback BB pistol. 325 feet per second with 1 year warranty. I highly suggest you go ahead and register that warranty within the 30-day purchase. Now this thing comes with one Picatinny rail, 18 round magazine, fully automatic, lightweight, easy to use, requires a 12-gram CO2 cartridge. Please don't forget to purchase your pelgun oil as well. Hey guys, welcome back to another awesome quick unboxing. This is Barra Airguns' third run on the Airstream platform with models like the Black Ops 357, that's Bear River, Barra Airguns, pretty much the same company. Then we had the Barra 1911. Now we have the 009 fully automatic semi CO2 BB pistol. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing because I know this thing is going to be awesome. So we have here the manual. I highly suggest you read this manual. Barra Airguns explains pretty good on how to maintain your air gun, have a well-safe shoot. All these things all in one pamphlet. I highly suggest. Plus, if you stick quality BBs in there, you'll have an awesome performance. So I highly suggest you do that with this model. So, and I can't stress it enough, guys, make sure you use pelgun oil on your CO2 cartridges. Pretty much we get an Allen wrench and some ammunition, but I just want to go ahead and unwrap this thing because I want to see the quality and beauty this thing has. Let's go over some of the beautiful details of this Glock 18 replica. So right off the bat, we can see some beautiful ergonomical cuts and grooves on the trigger guard. So that way when you're firing this thing on fully auto, you can have a better purchase to manage the recoil. You have a trigger safety here on the trigger, so this won't go off in your basically holster, or unless you have your finger completely around the trigger, it won't go off. So that's a thumbs up feature for safety there. We also have some beautiful ridges here on the handle, some talon-like grips here on the handle as well. We have some separated talons on the rear back strap. On the other side is pretty much the same thing. We also have a takedown action button there as well. So this is a blowback and it does catch back with a slide. This drop-free magazine has 19 round capacity, and I can't stress this enough, guys. Make sure you use pelgun oil on your CO2 cartridges for a longevity of your firearm, and make sure you use quality BBs so you'll have an awesome smooth performance. I use Daisy BBs. I would highly recommend you use steel BBs on this model. Let's get back to it. So we have a beautiful tactical rail for your flashlight and laser combination. We also have a safety and fire button here as well. We also have this beautiful slide catch with some beautiful ridges on there. We also have some beautiful serrations on the upper slide. And I hear a lot of people complain about the barrel being loose. It is loose, but I highly suggest that this model And the reason for the design is for the full auto design. We also have a beautiful beaver tail here, which is awesome for that recoil management. We also have probably some adjustable sights. I haven't really looked into that, but I hope we can adjust the sights as well. But I like to shoot them straight out of the box to see where we're at, straight from the unboxing. And we also have the semi and fully automatic fun switch. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front of this thing. We have a reset barrel, which is pretty nice, pretty dead on replica. And we also have these beautiful white, very bright sights as well. So this is a pretty awesome quality from Barra Airguns. I highly suggest you go copy one of these. It has that striker fire plate replica look. And let's hear that trigger. Pretty nice, pretty crisp, pretty awesome. We're going to be measuring the trigger poundage here later on, so please stick around, guys. I highly suggest this model. Let's go ahead and take this thing to the chronograph and see what kind of feet per second we can get. All right, guys, here we are, the chronograph test. I got some Daisy BBs with me. All right, we have the Barra 009. Load that thing up. We already have our C02 pierced, and we already have pellet gun oil. We're gonna go ahead and run it about 5 shots. No fully auto. I don't think the chronograph can read fully auto. All right, guys, there you have it. I'm guessing you just bought the 009 and you want to know how to shoot it a little bit more accurately. Semi, full auto, doesn't matter. So let me go ahead and pull out this beautiful masterpiece. As you can see, this thing is molded just perfectly for your hands. So I'm going to show you the points of contact that mean a lot when you're firing semi, full auto. So basically the ergonomics, obviously we talked about them, from the trigger guard, the ridges, the talon, the beaver tail, and the thumb rest. I didn't talk about that earlier because outside I can actually show you a little bit better. So my fingers meet the criteria of the curvedness of the trigger guard, same well as here, right? Finger off the trigger, and this thumb rest is another point of contact. So when you're basically driving this pistol down on fully auto, you can have this point of contact, this point of contact, these points of contact, and this comfortable point of contact feel molded perfectly for your hands. So just in case you didn't know, that's something to know. Let's go ahead and put some BBs down range. All right, guys, welcome to the range. If you haven't liked or subscribed, I highly suggest you do. We got more cool content on the way. If you don't know what these stones represents, they all represent 10 steps. So right now we're standing at 10 steps. We're going to take 5 shots at 10, 5 shots at 20, and hopefully 5 shots at 30 steps. We're going to have one hand on the camera, one hand on the pistol, one hand shooting. All right. All right, that's 5. There's the last stone. All right. Man, this thing is really nice. Really good, steady blowback. It hits a little bit harder than the 1911, but it's very ergonomically cool. I really like it. So let's go check out the target. So there you have it, one hand. And we're gonna drill it at 5 steps after I load the magazine up. Okay, we're back. 5 steps, here we are. Everything's good to go. Let's see the good potential. Man, it's just real nice. Look at that. Almost as good as the 1911. The only thing I figure why we're getting that kind of consistency is because it's lighter. I believe so. All right, check it out. All right, guys, if you subscribed, you know what time it is. It's trigger testing time, and we're also going to be weighing our product. So let's go ahead and start off with the trigger. .4 reset. Reset the trigger as well. Should be on 0, yeah. 2.2. Barra Airguns definitely make really good triggers. And 2.8. Now that's not bad at all. Now let's go ahead and weigh this thing. No ammunition, no CO2 cartridge, just pretty much the gun and magazine. 1 pound and 11 ounces. All right, once we did that, let's go ahead and check the overall length of this thing. Seven inches. Pretty much 7 inches. All right, guys, go ahead and stick around while we talk about the pros and the cons of the 009 blowback. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the cons of this product. Guess what? For the second time, Barra Airguns seems to amaze me with their products. We do not have any cons about this product. Honestly, it's more of gun gripes. And what I mean by that, let's get to know your equipment. So guys, I can't stress it enough. Try to learn the mechanisms of a gun to understand. So the first gun gripe is when you cock this thing back and then the trigger's activated, you fire, the trigger doesn't reset. You have to either do it by manual, by your fingers. It is a single stage trigger, not a double action. That's all it is, just a single stage trigger, and it doesn't reset. Okay, the way it resets, when you're firing under CO2 pressure, the CO2 pressure basically resets your trigger. So your trigger resets under pressure. That's basically how that works. Just in case you guys need to know this, just future preference. The second thing is I can see why a lot of individuals jam BBs quickly into the chamber. Let's just say you're up to your last magazine, your C02 is really weak, and the C02 didn't have a chance to push out the last BB in your chamber. Now you have one BB stuck in your chamber you probably don't even know about, but let's just say you go to put this thing up, okay? Then you come back out one day when you're feeling really good, or the next day, whenever you want to load this thing up. Now you got one BB lodged in there, and what you don't realize is this magazine actually, this whole mechanism, the upper slide actually feeds the BB in there like a real firearm. So this is the reason why you can have a double jam in your chamber. And once you come back trying to shoot that under high pressure, next you know, you probably have a third BB stuck in your chamber. You have to be really careful and really clear. Make sure you take your magazine out. Make sure you open up your chamber and make sure whatever falls out, falls out. And if there's something stuck in there and it doesn't want to shoot out, and the only way you can find out that something's really stuck in there, do not put any BBs in here. Put your C02 cartridge in there, stick it in there, cock it back, fire it, and if it shoots out, it shoots out. Make sure you point that in a safe direction. And if it doesn't, you might have more than one BB stuck in that frame, in that chamber. I'll tell you how to go ahead and get that out. So basically, if you got something stuck in that chamber, more than one BB, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four, who knows? Because these things are under high pressure with that CO2, so it's highly possible you have more than one BB stuck in that chamber. So what I would do is cock it back just like I did, stick a small little rod in there, and be careful. Be very, very gentle with it as you're shoving it back. Do not shove it back with this thing closed because you might mess up this plastic. Things are in here plastic. So another thing, guys, just to let you know, real firearms break. I've seen this model, the real model, the Glock 18 model. I've seen it on YouTube. Hickok 45. His gun broke. A real firearm broke, okay, because it's under so much rapid fire. Some guns are not designed to do that, and some are, but they just can withstand so much until they break. So guys, this is a air gun, okay? So if I were you, I highly suggest you take care of it as much as possible and understand the function so that way you don't have those problems. Well, guys, what do you think about this product? I really love it. I think it's awesome. You're going to see more of it sooner or later. So, guys, to all my subscribers, thank you so much. If I were you and you're not subscribed, I highly suggest you do because there's more content to come. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much to all my subscribers, all the veterans all across overseas doing what they have to do. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. And until next time, long live the Republic.